You're probably here wondering how to use your iPhone with the TBN website and how to use it with the Ride with GPS TBN Club account. So the first thing you have to do is make sure that you have a free account with Ride with GPS in order for this to work. And then become a member of the Ride with GPS TBN Club account. All you need to do is, if you don't have that, send an email to info@tbn.ca and we can set you up. Anyway, so this is the main TBN website. You'll notice on the top left side you'll see three vertical lines in the black bar. That's an area that we press because that is the drop-down menu for the website on portable devices such as iPhones and Android smartphones. So I'm going to click that now, and that brings up our different programs. Since today we're going to be using Ride with GPS Club, the main ride at the moment that actually uses that is the Sunday Tourist and Sportif. So we're going to click on that. It's going to move us over to the main page for Sunday Tourists, and that'll describe everything that's on Sunday Tourist, but at the bottom you're going to be able to see some of our rides. So here's our events. So I'm going to pick a popular one, our usual Unionville Brunch ride, which is the one that we usually start the riding season with, and we occasionally go on holidays with that ride. And it starts at Finch Station. So I'm going to click on that. There we go. That brings us to the event page. And if you scroll down, you'll see that we have a map already from Ride with GPS already embedded in that page. You could go and use that, but we're going to do it the more conventional way. Where you'll go into the body of the text, you'll see online map, Ride with GPS TBN Club Maps. So we're going to click on that, or use our finger and point on it. Now that just opened the Ride with GPS app on my iPhone. So you have to have the Ride with GPS app already installed on your phone. Notice that it brought up three rides because Sunday Tourist rides usually have three different rides to choose from. A long distance ride, a middle distance ride, and a short distance ride. In this case, the short distance ride is 60 kilometers or 59.6K. You can see the length of the ride, starting from the top ride here. It says 59.6 right under the date of August 28th. You see Unionville Brunch again, August 28th. That's, by the way, that's the date that this was originally set up on Ride with GPS. Anyway, so you'll see the 59K, the 74K, and the 101K rides. We're going to click on the Unionville Brunch 60K ride. So when we do, it brings up the course and the map on the Ride with GPS app here. And at the top it tells you the name, and if you've named it correctly, it'll also show you the kilometerage, in this case here 60K. But of course you can always verify that down at the bottom. And this is where it's actually very important. We want you to look at the very bottom. You'll see in orange the actual name of the ride. You'll see in black how long it is. Actually, that 236 meters, that's actually how much altitude gain you'll have during the ride. So overall, if you're doing a lot of cycling with this, you'll be doing over 230 meters of ascension while you're riding. Anyway, what's more important is what's on the right in blue. You'll see an arrow going through a box. That's a symbol for downloading. So we're going to click on that, and that brings up another submenu. In this case here, we want to download it because that'll allow us to use the route without having to have internet on or even have our cell phone radios on. So I'm going to click on Save Map and Route. Click Save, and it's going to start downloading it to my iPhone. Now it takes a little while to calculate the maps. There's altogether 455 little maps within this particular route. I recommend that you do this at home or at work where you have Wi-Fi, because it will be quicker and it won't use any of your data on your data plan for your smartphone. It is potentially, depending on the size of the actual route, like anything over 200 kilometers is going to be a fairly large file. So you don't really want to be using that over the air with your cellular data. You can, it's up to you, but it is something that could actually affect your amount of data that you use and put you over your limits. Now, we've downloaded this, and now everything's downloaded. This allows you, again, to turn off your radios. So if I go down to the bottom and I lift up my submenu, I can turn off, by clicking that airplane symbol on the left, I can turn off all the radios on the iPhone except for the GPS. And what that will do is allow me to save battery life, but also still allows me to get the turn-by-turn directions. So, which is important with using RWGPS. So I'm going to click over here, I'm going to click on the actual route, brought us back to where we were before. So the difference is this time, this is now already downloaded. So, if I want to use it, I click on Ride This. And when I do, I'll bring it up, it'll ask me, do I want to start the ride? And at this point I don't. I want to go over a few more things before we end this chapter. So, as I said, it'll give you turn-by-turn directions. It'll give you both verbal turn directions, and if you mount it on your handlebars, your iPhone that is, it'll also give you text turn-by-turn notifications. I'm not going to hit start right now because if I do, it'll tell me that I'm about 25 kilometers away from the start point. But that's what you do is just before the ride, when you're actually at the starting location, you click start and away you go. And that's it. So hopefully you found this little bit of information useful on how to use Ride with GPS clubs with your iPhone.